What up, fam? What up, family? How did we get here? How did we get here? That's a good question. Look, couple of things. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back. But look, if you see me looking down, that's because I took notes. All right, I took notes. I hope everybody's doing great. And this video is basically just, I know I don't do standalone videos like this. Every time I do videos, it's really right down to business, which is the reactions and the reviews or whatever. But I feel like I need to explain couple of things because I just I never do it. So yeah, basically, if you see me looking down, that's because, I just got a couple of points I need to make sure that I hit within this video. If you do watch it, if you do watch the whole thing, you will understand where I stand with this channel, because it's been interesting. It's been a lot of interesting things going on. First of all, I want to say this. I do think everybody who's been riding with me, and the people who stuck with me. I even think the people who was riding with me and then stopped. I think you too, because it's y'all still the reason that I'm here. And I feel like no YouTuber, no anybody that's doing anything without your audience, I mean, what are you really? So I thank y'all for that. Just a quick background why I started YouTube. I started YouTube just because I'm just a creative. Since the beginning, when I was a child, I used to trace pictures, that went on to me being very involved in art, and then, and then poetry, and then becoming like very interested in music very early on in my days, because my dad owned a lot of tapes. So then music just trumped everything except basketball for a little minute, but music was still there. So I was just a big fan of music, and as a rapper at that time, like I'm saying early on, as a rapper, I just felt like, damn, like it's hard to make, especially like, you gotta understand where I was at. I lived in Rhode Island. There's no outlets, and I kind of, in my head, I was like, yo, YouTube is the only way to be able to get attention to whatever that you're doing. But I never pursued it. I never pursued it till I moved to Florida, and I'm like, this is exactly what I'm gonna do. When I moved to Florida, I said, I'm just gonna do YouTube. All right, I'm gonna do music, but I'm gonna build my YouTube up and discuss music. And I never did it. I slacked off. Like, I moved to I moved to Georgia 2017. I did not start my YouTube till 2020, So just a little background. It was just music, and now we're here. All right, now we're here. This kind of weird because I'm so used to having something else to bounce off, So now it's just me and you. It's crazy. But I'm gonna get to the main topic. This is a few reasons why I feel like my YouTube channel is dying or have died, whichever one. As you can see, the views is trash. If you look at my social blade, they say like last month I only had 13K views. I haven't seen those type of numbers since like my first few weeks on YouTube. So it's like at an all-time low, the lowest that it has been, and there are reasons for that. I'm just gonna get straight into it. All right, I don't want to cut, do all of that. I'm just gonna get straight into it. The number one reason is myself. I blame myself. That's the number one reason for me. The lack of consistency. Because a lot of people took one viral video and they rode it to the sunset, like just fucking got crazy big off of it. I never did that. I had a few videos that got so much traction and they did very, very well, but I never said, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make that video again. I never did that, which is a mistake. I'm not saying this is smart. Another thing too with this video, I want this to be for if you're an up and coming YouTuber, to learn from these mistakes. You know, as much as I'm saying this to my audience so they could know what's going on, I'm also saying this for a younger me. All right, a younger me. If I were to watch somebody that I'm looking at them and I'm like, yo, I want to do what you do. So this is also for them. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, because I'm gonna say some things that y'all gonna be like, why did I need to know this? Anyways, I'm talking fast because I don't want this video to be long. Lack of consistency. I remember there was a point my videos was reaching like 3,000-4,000 views in like a couple of days, which was big for my channel, because at that time I had like 15,000. I don't know how many subscribers I had, and even the videos that did bad would eventually, and then after that I took like a month and a half off, and then I came back and I built it up again, like, because y'all know me, once I'm dropping, I drop a lot, because I don't know, it's just my work ethic is just crazy, but I do take long breaks. So I feel like the long breaks and the lack of consistency definitely ran a lot of people away because of the type of content that I'm doing. The competition level is crazy high. Everyone is doing it. Do I feel like everyone is doing it for the right purpose? I genuinely love music, so my whole background is in music. Everything I do is based off music. So this is it's easy, but it's hard. The music part, the listening to music part has never been a problem for me. I could do that all day. Matter of fact, I do that all the time. So, I always want to know what's new, what's blah, blah, blah. That's just what I do. Like when it comes to music, not just hip hop, all kind of music. That's just how I am. So that part is easy. But the other stuff that comes with it is the trash part that make me take long breaks, And throughout this whole journey, remind you, I was working in a warehouse. At one point, I was working 2 warehouse jobs. And that's heavy lifting, blah, blah, blah. And I was still able to get y'all content. But when I took those breaks, any little thing that was happening in my life, I was taking a break. So I do blame myself for the lack of consistency. YouTube is all about consistency. It's all about that. Like, you could be talentless. If you're consistent, you will build an audience. That's just a fact. Because I've seen it. I watch people who are talentless all the time. And, I'm like, Anyways, look. The second reason why I feel like my YouTube channel is dying, or this YouTube channel is dying, YouTube does not favor this type of content. What do I mean by that? When you're doing music content or reactions, I feel like music is the biggest one. These record labels, they don't like it for some reason. I mean, they like it if you struggle. Like, let's say if I would have struggled through all this and somehow I got 500,000 subscribers, or even 150 or 200, they're gonna try to work with you. But when you're coming up, they hate it, right? Of course, a lot of people get through because a lot of these bands have major audiences and people want to see other people discovering those bands, which is why this type of content seems to grow fast. But once YouTube pick it up, and just as fast as YouTube could pick it up, they'll drop it too, right? Because for one, a lot of this content get copyrights. So a lot of this content is not making money through ads or whatever for YouTube. So they're like, if you're not making us money, why do we care? So it's really tough. It's really tough. But I say that, and a lot of people will be like, well, this person, no, there are anomalies. There's definitely outliers within this genre that go so crazy. I'm sure y'all name a lot of people to me all the time. There are people who go on to have millions of subscribers, whatever, within this failed, but you got to understand what I said earlier also mattered too, how consistent they were and how, because the fans will usually outbeat the algorithm. The algorithm gets a little shaky when people stop paying attention, That's why consistency matter, because if people know when you're dropping and they keep coming to your channel, then they're not depending on the algorithm to tell them when you're dropping. And that's where I messed up at, because a lot of people don't come back to my channel, or they'll come back for like a month and they don't see nothing and they're like, all right, then, and they disappear, blah blah blah. Anyways, all of that, YouTube flagged this content, and YouTube, I feel like in the future this type of content will not exist, and that's why in the beginning of my channel I never wanted to do this type of content. Not because I knew anything about YouTube, I just felt like it would be a problem. Just what I knew about record labels and all of that. In my head, I was like, I don't want to do this type of content. I never wanted to do reactions. I only started doing reactions because of the pandemic, and the situation that I was in was so bad for me. I was in my own space, so my only space that belonged to me in that situation was my car, so I was doing reactions in my car. So that's why I started doing reaction videos. If you could go back and look at my early videos. They weren't my very first videos and stuff. They weren't reaction videos. They were a lot more like, but you could go back and do that. The third reason, this style of content doesn't promote me, right? So you gotta look at it this way. So I'm starting a YouTube channel. Well, you're starting a YouTube channel, and your audience, right, is basically fans of the content that you're reviewing, not necessarily fans of you. But of course, if you're consistent enough, you could win a lot of those people over. Right now, I think I got like 55K subscribers. I'm not sure how many subscribers I got, but out of those subscribers, how many of them subscribers do I feel like are genuinely just fans of myself? It's like, I would say like 2,000. That's a horrible percentage. But again, it's my inconsistency too that goes into play. And a lot of these people, which I get it. Let's say somebody, actually, I was reading my comments. I got a message today that says, I've been binge watching first time reaction to this blah 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 all day. Meaning they don't necessarily care about the creator. They care about the what they're reviewing. So they watch it, and I do that. Like before I buy a new phone, I go and watch I don't necessarily care about who's making it. If somebody did a great review, I might be like, subscribe. Here's a like for you. Here's a comment. I never comment. I'm lying, but I always like and subscribe. I do that. Because I really enjoyed how you review that, and for us, that's how it is. So these people are not necessarily here for you. They're here to see what you're saying about that. And then if they like you, they probably come back and say, hey, I like when you review this artist. I'm a fan of this artist. So now, if you have a channel that's doing a whole variety of different artists, it's not going to work out for you. Especially when I drop AC/DC, my analytics dive down crazy, and I didn't drop AC/DC. AC/DC content was just giving me such a hard time, and it just got so tough. But anyway, that's a whole different video. So that's what I'm saying. This content does not promote you. It does not, people are literally not here for you. Yes, they could grow to love you and stick around for you and your personality, and I put a lot of myself into my videos. My early videos, people used to be like, man, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, we wanna hear this song that we heard 30,000 times. Shut up. So there was that. And I was cool with it. I was like, whatever, man. Hey, shit, I'm still gonna talk. But So this content doesn't, so people doesn't really, uh, some people do, right? But majority of the people didn't, they're not here for you. That's just the honest truth, right? You gotta win them over. But guess what? The competition is so high. You know, you, let's say you made a video on ACDC, nigga. If you go and you check, there's like 1,000 other videos that's why I stay away from stuff like that. I don't really be checking out people's videos and do stuff like that. But yeah, so that's reason number 3, you know. If you're gone a couple of days, it goes back to consistency. If you're gone a couple of days, it's like, all right, that's cool. Yeah, you do have the amount of people that's like, man, I love when this guy do ACD, blah, 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 blah. And some people even tell me in the comment section, I'm only here because of this band. Like, if you're not doing this band, I'm not watching. So you get thousands and thousands. And that's why when you see channels like mine, the views don't make sense, because you're like, how this guy got like 55,000 blah, and the views are like, because it's so many different artists and different fan bases all being pulled together, and you know, you're not doing enough videos for those fan bases to really love you for you like that. So you know, that's that. And the fourth reason is I do put the audience first, right? I'm studying a lot. Anyways, I do put the audience first. That means when you hit me up through email, through Instagram, which I'm changing my email, so I haven't been replying through Instagram and blah blah blah. I do put those requests first. I feel like that kills my channel, because a lot of the time, which I enjoy, by the way. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. I encourage it and I enjoy it. Like, I have some of my subscribers emailing me, look, man, the blah blah blah, they didn't do this number. I'm like, no, I want you to request the stuff that you want to hear. Like, it's my job to worry about the analytics, blah 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 blah. That's, you know, I want to hear the stuff that you like growing up, so I want to experience it. That's, you know, so I feel like that hurt me a lot because while all this has been happening with my channel, I'm like, let me go study the big channels. And what I notice about them is the biggest ones, they don't do deep cuts. Like, a lot of the songs I have on my channels, you would never find it on a big channel. That's why one of the biggest compliments I get is, wow, no one has ever done this. I get that a lot because I admire that. I love that. To me, that's dope. You feel me? That's dope. But it has hurt me a lot as far as views, because at the end of the day, when people are searching up their favorite artists, they want to see big channels react to that. You feel me? Because that's a bigger community for them. So I think it's more wise. If I were to come up now, well, with my personality, I don't think I could do it. I think I would still end up the same way. But if I were to coach somebody, right, I would tell them, stay away from that. Like, what's this dude's name? He's a big YouTuber. He said, fuck the audience. He's like, look, I create what's gonna work for me, and if you watch it, you watch it. I just can't understand that angle. Like, you know, I feel like if somebody sat down and they watched one of my videos and I'm like, yo, that's love. And I feel like if they hit me up personally, especially through an email or whatever, I feel the need to respond. I feel the need to give them what they need or what they're asking for, but I guess that's not the winning formula. So and I see it in my analytics, but it is what it is. That's something I don't think I'm gonna stop doing, so I don't know. But and the number 5 reason, I got hacked. That was the nail in the coffin for this channel. So I do feel like no matter what I do moving forward, because this channel, right, I will complain a lot about like the algorithm, blah blah, but because of the volume of videos I drop, I'm usually at like at least 300K views per month, you know. Great months, 800K, 500K, 600K. If you look at my Social Blade, last month it said 13K. So I'll explain why that happened. So when my channel got hacked, right, what they did was they privated all of my videos, which is thousands of videos. How YouTube work is your old video, well, for me, a lot of my old videos were the videos that were bringing in majority of my views, because people discovering my Led Zeppelin journey. I did a lot, and my back catalog was doing great. So it's like, even it was doing so great, even if I did y'all see me take those breaks, I was still getting a decent amount of views from my back catalog. Now, when they privated everything, right? All that work that I did for a couple of days, and I had to bring it back, so it kind of, I feel like it disturbed the algorithm where those videos aren't doing as well anymore. And, you know, it's like, you know, like I had to watch like a flat line in my algorithm, just a flat line, just like, God. Like, not only it went flat, it went under. I was like, what the fuck? I never seen no shit like that. It went under. Oh my God. Right. And I was pissed. So my channel's kind of like a brand new channel now, according to the algorithm, because it's still trying to figure out, like, what are you doing? And it's fucked up for me because prior to that, my channel was kind of already struggling because of my lack of consistent. Like, when I say inconsistent, you know, I'll still drop a good 50, 60 videos a month, but I'm figuring out it's not the volume, but it's like, let's say instead of dropping 84 videos a month, but I only did like 15 days of posting. If I were to do like 30 days of posting, 3 videos a day, it would work out more because people know, all right, he's here every day. You see what I'm saying? So me, I was thinking, look, I got this number of videos I'm gonna drop. After I drop them, you know, you feel me? Or if something come up, I don't mind disappearing after I'm like, yo, I done dropped so many videos. But apparently for this type of content, it just doesn't work. So, you know, and this is all advice too. If you're watching this and you want to do music reactions, I would advise you not to. I swear to God, I would advise you. If you're not a music lover like I am, you're gonna quit early. And I've been doing this for like, what, 3.5 years, 4 years. But if you don't love music for real, and you just one of those guys that's like, oh, I'm gonna do blah, blah, reactions, and I tend to try to do videos on stuff that I love, like music. When I say music, you see how I'm not putting any specific genre into it, because I like all type of music, all type of genres. Yeah, there's songs that I hate in those genres, but I like all type of genres. So music is just fascinating to me in general because I'm a musician, so I just love all type of music. So a lot of people are not like that. So I don't know how they could keep it up, but me, I could keep it up and still deal with all the bullshit, because the recording of the video, like when y'all see my actual reaction, that's the best part of the whole process. Everything else is shitty. Like, that's the best part. And I'm like, all right, if that's the main core part, but it's the best part, I could keep it going, you feel me? I could deal with all the bullshit, but no, when I sit down here and I'm listening to music, I'm reading these lyrics, and I'm like, oh, this is dope, and I enjoy that. So for me, that's fire. Yeah, that was the nail in the coffin. That was the nail in the coffin. Me being hacked. Was I thinking about changing up my? I was thinking of maybe I should let this channel go. The views were at an all-time low, and you know, once you do this content, you get like your the algorithm is gonna push a lot of different creators to you. You know, the people who you're being compared with, everybody's doing like crazy numbers above me. Some of those numbers I remember doing myself, like, but like now it's smoking. Like I'm just like, oh man, like should I keep doing this? And you know, you gotta ask yourself questions. What are you doing this for, and where you trying to be with it? For me, I really don't want to keep antagonizing like the algorithm, to every time you post something is blocked, copywritten, blah blah blah. Most of my YouTubers that I watch, because I do watch a lot of YouTubers. I think I'm subscribed to at least 200 channels. I watch all type of shit. Majority of the big famous ones, they don't take chances. Like if something is copywritten, they're gonna sit it out until they figure it out. But that doesn't work for this type of content. Like it doesn't work for that. It's just like, yo, you gotta be like this. I feel like because the competition is so high. Even though I do in my head, I think I go really deep into. I don't think I'm a reaction channel. I think I'm a review channel just because of how I approach it. I'm not necessarily approaching it as somebody who doesn't like music, who doesn't, I'm talking about like a true fan that's really into music, like been in studios my whole life, know about the mixing process. That's very like, I feel like I approach it different than just a casual listener. But I don't know. But like being hacked definitely destroyed this channel. And it's crazy. It didn't just destroy this channel. I think because this channel is attached to my other channel as far as AdSense. I think it messed up my other channel a little bit too. But my other channel's doing doing okay. But yeah. So a little bit more on the being hacked thing. At first I thought it was settled. I did not know that they were still working on it until what I post in my community section. So it was just like, damn, like my channel just doesn't even feel the same no more. I don't. All right, let me just move on to the next part, because that shit pissed me off. Every time I think about it, it pissed me off. So, am I quitting YouTube, or am I quitting this channel? I think it's gonna be a challenge to try to make this channel a successful channel, or get it to where like it used to be, even where it used to be, like I had a peek at this channel, and that was, I can't remember what year, but if you look, y'all could find out. I'm sure y'all could research and find out. I don't think I'll ever be there again, because my channel just keeps going downhill. It seems like everything I've been picking was just blocked. It's just, I don't know what the fuck was going on. I'll get requests. I had somebody request like 4 songs, right? And if you email me and stuff like that, and you're on my Instagram, I say, well, I'm gonna add you to a list. I always say that. But I'm like, if you do make a donation, because a lot of people approach me like, yo, how much? Like, I'm like, look, every request, if I see it or whatever, you get added to a list, and the list is crazy long. But I'm like, if you do make a donation, right? If you do make a donation, I throw you to the top. You get to the top. But when I say to the top, it's first come, first serve. Let's say this person made a request and said, you know what? Here's some money as a donation or whatever. They go up. Now, if your request come after, and then you go after that person. So that's how I do. I try to keep it fair. And sometimes I don't get to a lot of people's requests, because it's just, you could imagine. But it's like, damn, this type of content is hard to, I mean, I'm not gonna quit though. I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna keep making content on this channel. I'm gonna keep doing reactions or whatever. But it just, like, the blocks are getting more frequent, even though it's always bad. I've been complaining about it. You know, damn near every video is demonetized, so YouTube's like, I ain't even gonna promote this and make this big. We ain't getting nothing out of it. It's just, you know, but I'm not quitting this channel, and I will keep doing more reviews and reactions and stuff. So yeah, I do appreciate the people that's been riding. I'm a loyal person, so the people that's been loyal to me, I feel like it would be messed up to just, you know, that's another one of my flaws, you know. Honestly, when I think in my head, I think I should have been let this channel go, to be honest. But I just couldn't, man. Because in my head, I have that mentality of, yo, if you got one person really supporting you, you know, that's a great reason to keep, you know, doing your thing and pushing forward. So no, I am not quitting. I'm not quitting this channel, all right? I do have a second channel. I would highly appreciate it if y'all go subscribe to that. But, you know, I feel like it's going to be a challenge to rebuild this channel. That's going to be my biggest challenge. You know, I want to rebuild it to where, you know, I could be getting 500K views a month or whatever. Yeah, that's going to be an insane amount of work, but, you know, like, what am I going to do? You feel me? So, yeah, I'm not quitting. No, I'm definitely not quitting. So, I'm going to be here doing my thing. So, you know, but I've pretty much acknowledged that YouTube threw this channel in the dumpster. So, I did start a second channel, and I am starting a third channel. But the third channel, yeah, that's later on, and it's only going to be one video per day. The third channel is going to be my experiment of everything that I've done wrong on YouTube. The third channel is going to be me doing it right, but I'm waiting until I get my LLC or whatever. My third channel won't have anything to do with this or the second channel, all right? It's going to be very separated. It's going to be everything that I've learned, and, you know, and I'm very confident I could grow that channel to hit 100,000 subscribers within months, because I just been messing up so much. So, you know, I've learned that much. So I would just love to thank y'all, the ones who's been riding with me. You know, it's gonna be the next, the rest of this year is gonna be tough. You know, I'm just gonna try to build this channel up to where I think it should be. You know, I'm gonna continue my same model, but I'm gonna tweak it a little bit. Of course, you gotta learn from your mistakes. So yeah, that's it. This is what it is for today. You know, I wanted to let y'all know where I'm at with it. And for anybody who's watching that want to start a YouTube channel, I would advise not doing a music reaction channel. That is the worst type of channel you could possibly do. All right, like, just because YouTube is so against it. So it's gonna be, you know, although you might see people that made it so far, blah 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 blah, and that's the thing too. Before I started doing this, I didn't do much research. Like, I was doing research on YouTube, how to get big on YouTube, but not necessarily like researching reaction videos and stuff like that. I wasn't doing that. I was just researching SEO, you know, how to make thumbnails, stuff like that. I just thought I was gonna get on here and talk about music and things were gonna be fine because I know what I'm talking about. But apparently, you know, but yeah, I can't complain, man. I had a great journey. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll be honest. My journey was great, and y'all been great. You know, I've gained subs. I've gained friends, really. I've gained subscribers who used to be subscribers who became genuine friends that I talk to all the time. You know, it's just like YouTube is. I think everyone should have a YouTube. That's how I feel about YouTube. You know, YouTube is gonna have to drag me by my neck off of this platform before I leave. I'll be honest with you, because it's just such a dope experience. And you know, I just wanted to inform y'all, to let y'all know exactly what's going on. I know I was rambling for a long time, whatever. This is more so for It is for my audience, but it's for new people who want to start a YouTube so they could know exactly what they're getting themselves into, so they don't fall into these traps. And um, so yeah. So thank you. If you watch this whole thing, I'll be honest, I don't expect anyone to make it to the end and watch this whole thing. So if you did, with all the rambling that went on, thank you. Shout outs to you. You know, uh, I'll see y'all Monday. Monday we back to the reactions. So yeah. Peace.